UBZ, what's good, UBZ? What's good, UBZ? UBZ, 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 UBZ. You ain't really busy, you busy. You ain't really busy, you busy. Smoking treesies, looking for a freak that's gonna blow me like a breezy. Rolling woods cause I'm from the Bay. RP Mac Dre, finna smoke another eighth. I got a K in my pants. Shawty says she knows Juicy J, them bands that make it dance. The way she throwing it back put me in a trance, I can't help it. Fuck it, I'm finna lose my belt quick. Yeah. I finger roll a lot of green, but I ain't talking about the Celtics. These niggas love to talk them guns, but they ain't never melted. Niggas never know my pain cause they ain't never felt it. Yeah, I ain't got no I'm thugging it right now, so I thought I'd just like sing a part of a song that I ain't released yet. But man, it's hard out here when you thugging it, man. When you really thugging it on your own, when you really like thugging it on your own, especially in these times. Like this ain't no. We in a time like nobody can help you. Like really, nobody can help anybody. You gotta really get it how you live. You know what I'm saying? You could get whatever you do, you could get around maybe other people that do that, but it's not what you do, it's how you do it. We just in some really some whole new time for everybody. Like even the government is like they don't know what to do. That's why they get on here, do weird shit, watch content creators such as Dolo the Pilot Man, or even people like myself and others, that might watch Dolo the Pilot Man and share a similar sentiment as far as the type of like mentality, that we be having, or you be having, or those such individuals that share similar one of a kindness. So I ain't trying to say too much as far as that, because at the end of the day, everybody's strangers. You know what I'm saying? Till you might have met certain people in real life, that's one thing. But I ain't met a lot of, what I'm saying? It's probably a lot of individuals that I'm, as far as in that bubble that I'm talking about. But I'm talking about like the YouTube, the algorithm and shit, like how the internet is kind of designed where they put you in certain little like colony categories and shit. They put you in boxes and shit, which is all relevant to the topic, as far as all the migrants and the immigration and shit. It's all go back to colonization. So I ain't gonna say too much about, what happened then, because it's a whole bunch of, a whole gang of stuff, a whole bunch of stuff. But as far as today, I'm gonna briefly just, kind of talk about my own personal observation that I've noticed being here in quote unquote what they call in the United States and shit like that. It's really just all, which is all native, quote unquote native Indian land. That Indian term is racist as hell, but so I know I'm like a mixed native that got moved west. Our tribe probably got defeated and all kind of shit, mixed in and all kind of shit. But the point is, like, ain't nobody trying to assimilate or get whitewashed and shit. At least not me. You know what I mean? I ain't with all that shit. See, I be noticing, like, it started with, like, real quick, it spiked to 18 views, and now it's at 0. So I be noticing, like, y'all be playing with numbers and shit. Ain't none of this shit real, so I don't get, like, none of this shit too much credence or too much credit, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sharp as far as what I'm aware of. You know what I mean? I got my mind intact. And I got my devils intact. I know how to balance my God and my devils. shit like that. Shit ain't really, it's really not too, you know, people make things more than what it is because they're not from here, they foreign, you know what I mean? So it's like, I'm kind of guilty of that, you know what I mean? I don't want to say guilty, but you know, I've made some mistakes here and there, but at least I know at the end of the day, like, I can correct myself because I was raised a certain way, you know what I mean? Other people like don't know that they wrong in areas where like it's just common sense type of shit. I don't even know if I was like you know, you could teach that, or if that's just me, my spirit. I want to say it's a combination of both because, again, like a lot of people's foreign, they immigrants, you know what I'm saying? They foreigners and shit, or their mentality is foreign, you know what I mean? Even if they was born out here in whatever state and shit like that, they mentality is foreigner, going over to like Europe and shit, or Spain, or like Russia, or like, well, that's just like another, yeah, like Asia, Russia, that's kind of like, yeah, that's a different conversation. That's not my discussion to have. But at the end of the day, a lot of people are foreigners and shit. You see it on the truck, on that thumbnail. That's a company. They know they migrants. Otherwise, they wouldn't have called themselves Migrant Glass. And shout out to them. This ain't like a diss to nobody. This is just like everybody needs to know like what the fuck is going on. Or go back to yo, you know what I'm saying? Your point of origins. As far as where your grandmothers and grandfathers go back to. More on a percentage level. So, but if you could resonate with out here, see, and this is where mainly what's going on is we got some foreigner niggas. Somehow they in charge, right? We talk about the Americans and shit. So they got rid of all the natives, or they still in the process of going about that, as far as the genocide and whatnot. A lot of people are not aware of it, so like I'm seeing how they've been flooding in a bunch of like immigrants, like real foreigners, not people that been here maybe for a while, like the freemen, or like people that might have been here for a while, you know what I'm saying, on whatever ethnicity background. Even the white man, like white men might have been here for a minute, you know what I'm saying? So it's like weird, like you got some like foreign government that's like an extension of Europe, but they got different views and shit, so they ain't really like, so they like little homie of Britannia Europe, man. But they, you know what I'm saying, they just doing some different shit. But it's like weird, we still in the middle of it, so they all kind of working together still to try to get rid of anybody that might think share this kind of sentiment, you know, as far as being like native Indian and shit, like, or mixed. Cause this is in my blood, like, you know, you can't make me, like, you can't tell me I'm pretending or making some shit up. Like, I'm out here living it. It's like I'm living that same, what happened hundreds of years ago again. I'm like reliving it just in a lighter state, like in a lighter aspect, where it's just not so heavy and it's not like full of blood, like serious, like death and violence and cannons and shit like that. But I be still like, you know what I'm saying? I still got love for everybody, so it's not like it's not like people are like, ain't nobody like coming after me and shit. Like, it's not even that. It's just people somewhere in like the Vatican or somewhere they be at. You know what I mean? Somewhere like them type of cats. You know what I mean? Somehow they still got some like reign and authority over these lands. And I'd be disrespected if I was a white man that'd been here for my whole life. I'd be disrespected if I've been working and shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Like in a free man concept. Like I'd be feeling disrespected. Like I gotta pay taxes and shit to some OG white people with little dicks. Man, this shit crazy, dude. bunch of little dick niggas trying to like flood. They just trying to flood out the natives and like whitewash everybody. Like, but so they bringing in people that are like probably new, like, you know what I'm saying? They bring in people from overseas and shit over here. So this is where you get the whole concept of like people just coming here, having jobs and shit, having tobacco stores. Fuck, it's all a scam. Fucking, they be owning laundry mats and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like 7-Elevens. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? I noticed too, like certain states only have certain like stores and shit. Like in Arizona out here, there ain't no. They don't got they do Circle K's. So they got like a lot of Circle K's, and the gas station be QT. You know what I'm saying? QT. Ain't nothing cute about it though. It's a real dirty game. Real dirty game. You start talking about that. You know, that's not my field. You know, I ain't gonna talk about. I don't know. I'm not at the gas table, I guess. You know, we're not. I don't know, bro. They just be. For a minute, we was talking about gas prices. Then we're like, man, that's not even really the conversation like that. Y'all can get it. Y'all can do what y'all got to do with the gas. Fuck it, dude. Like, y'all niggas ain't shit, dude. That's what you gotta know, though. Like, you have all that. Like, that's the weird part. How is it you got people in the world with little dicks, and small ovaries or dry ovaries and stuff? Whatever their problem is, Madame Blavatsky's and shit, and Queen Elizabeth, lizard bitches, and like lizard bits. That's like a lizard succubus. Just like how we got people in like it's like real childish spirits somehow they somehow manipulated and just did the most conniving. At one point it was cool. It wasn't always all bad. Like, it was cool, like, for a minute. You know what I'm saying? That they just like got real comfortable and learned like, oh, okay, we could like, oh, ooh, we like that. We look, they got mangoes. They started getting like, too happy off the pumpkin pies and sweet potato pies. And all the good old little mango smoothies. Whatever, the cookie, we wasn't really making cookies, but more so like, yeah, the pies and shit. What else? Jelly. You know, we wasn't really doing jellies. I guess like you can say, yeah, like canning fruits. So like they call it jam. I don't even like the word jam too much, but jams and stuff. You know, good old jam, making good old jam sessions and stuff. Before there was the J involved, it was probably like just yam, you know, they probably use this yam, good old yam sessions and Yamaha, good old Yamaha sessions and stuff, popping willies and stuff. Yeah, everything, man, fucking, yeah, smoke J's when it's cold, smoke a J when it's cold. Yeah, man, that's just something I noticed in the past like 5, 10, 15, 20 years. It's been like slowly over time, it's just been more like people from like more Africans and shit. Not dissing nobody or nothing. Just more Africans and shit. Vegas, I was out in Vegas. They got hella Cubans be going to Vegas for whatever reason. Yeah, there's like different little patterns and shit going on. Like hella like Africans and shit in Arizona. I'm like, this is random as shit, but all right. I guess it's similar to like, they probably like, it's similar to Africa or something. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, same thing like with Vegas. Kind of like, I don't know, like Vegas got everybody. Don't get me started. There's all kind of people in Vegas. Ethiopians run the whole taxi business. Like, yeah, they got like a whole taxi family like thing ring in Vegas. The Ethiopians, where they all like be driving taxis and shit, probably like, and they meet at Starbucks and like probably, you know what I'm saying? They be probably, it's all a scheme, and then everybody don't really know what they doing. They don't understand what they doing, and I be, you know, like any native people come around, we be trying to talk and explain shit to people. And you know, I'm like, I know I'm mixed or freedman or something, right? So at least I got some more stance or standing, like I more grasping of what's going on as far as like just life. My spirit must have been here enough times, you know what I'm saying? Because I got good comprehension ability, you know what I mean? I might have not remembered everything. I might have needed to listen to somebody like a Dolo the Pilot Man to get reminded about some shit, or things get confirmed, you know what I'm saying? Because I was already living my own life aware of some shit. So I done done some retarded shit that I can't take back, and I know I done done some retarded shit. But I don't think I ain't did like the most retarded shit, like trying to send niggas to war. You know what I'm saying? Or the actual like seeds where anything I might have did that was retarded really is synthetic. And it's really not, I don't even really claim it as my mistake. You know what I'm saying? It really was just like something as an experience. Yeah, it was something that might not like been morally correct. But now I'm like, all right, I learned from that. I'm not doing that again. Type shit. You know what I'm saying? But then at the end of the day, you gotta really look at, but at the end of the day, I'm not attaching myself to them, because those are like white man problems, and I'm not a white man. You know what I'm saying? I might have did some white shit, some white niggas did. That's like the battle that I was going through. Shit, I ain't gonna go into all that. Some crazy shit though, like, you know what I'm saying? Even people that, you know, like I grew up out here and shit. I got flooded with, like my whole life, like you look at all the TV shows, everything was like immigration and shit. Like you don't even really think about it until times like this, where it's like all that shit is over with, outdated. So it's like, don't even work no more. You can really look at it like, oh, okay, I can see that shit for what it was. Like, oh, okay, I was distracted or I was lost into whatever like concepts, or, you know what I'm saying? Or I had there was pieces of that was me and shit, probably the natives and shit. So that's why I was into it, you know what I mean? And that's why, you know what I mean? Be shit like that too, like whatever you be into, be certain pieces of yourself on a percentage level. That be whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like I probably got part Japanese or part Asian or something, part Genghis Khan seed or some shit. You know what I'm saying? On whatever percentage level. So I might have been fucking with Chinese, going to Chinese restaurants and shit like that, you know, Indian food. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, or certain things that where they was mimicking the natives, you know what I'm saying, like certain spices and certain tastes and shit like that, but the whole native culture got destroyed and we can't even practice our shit, you know what I'm saying? So the only other options are go to one of our places. You know what I'm saying? Go to our hometown buffet. Shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Go to our Chang's Kitchen or some shit. I'm just random, not to be racist or nothing, but just like go to our like Golden Dragon or some shit. Pause the homo. Like go to our like fucking. I don't want to even name. No, you know what I'm saying? I don't even want to give nobody no, like, because none of these, like all this shit nowadays is done. Like I don't even want to give it no power. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Just shake my head, dude. Like SMH, y'all fucked up, bro. These niggas know they fucked up. Cause they got a lot of spiritual debt with they broke ass. They could never pay niggas back. You know what I'm saying? So they try to flood people over here because they know they're like, oh shit, they just the devil itself. So they just somewhere hiding and shit, playing, being all in the flesh and scared to die, and or they just do it a certain way where they got their own little like copy, plagiarized practices, you know what I'm saying? Somewhere they got a book, they little traditions and shit, you know what I mean? Like, in a book. After some motherfucker like me or somebody else got to do some shit, and then they're like, oh, it's a good idea. And then they're like, oh, that's a good idea. Oh yeah, well, then they start getting ideas like how to like keep niggas like me in check or something. Yeah, trying to keep me in check. I'm like, what are you doing? Y'all just fucking up your own business. Y'all niggas are stupid. You don't even know how, bro. I'm not even trying to do like witchcraft or magic on y'all, but I'm just being myself. And that's where like a lot of just two logical retards in the world that own like a bunch of businesses and companies is destroying they just destroying themselves because they didn't know how to like, you know what I mean? Their whole job is to get motherfuckers like me to assimilate into one of they shits and rob me blind like Michael Jordan or some shit or like anybody else, you know, Michael Jackson or fucking or you name it, all the others, you know what I'm saying? See how they doing everybody right now? Chris Brown, they just put Chris Brown. Chris Brown, come on, Breezy, how y'all gonna do that? Come on, man, how y'all gonna do Breezy like that? Yeah, now he probably like what kind of foreigner he is, whatever kind of I don't know, whatever type of foreign mixture Chris Brown is, right? Puerto Rican or some shit. He like something, right? Shout out to Breezy, man. But how y'all gonna do Breezy like that, man? Now I get it though. He ain't got no business going out there. How you gonna go out there? That's like trying to go out to that's like trying to go out to White Castle headquarters. You don't go to, these niggas make burgers. Yeah, that's a mimic, man. That's like a whole plagiarized. Like they talk about, we chop up a native and make a mini burger. Call it white, call it for good old England. No, that's what y'all be doing, man. They was eating, like trying to eat natives and shit. That's really the whole starting point of like food and shit. Where you want to talk about chicken or they just like needed a newer, updated, better way of doing it because them ways is like outdated and then like. That shit, like, it's like, I don't know what these cats is doing. They still might be doing some shit behind the scenes. I don't know, like, they probably for sure doing some weird shit for sure behind the scenes. But as far as just like for the sheep and everybody, they're like, all right, we're just gonna give them this type of, we're just gonna give them like filler meat and shit like that. Yeah, shit like that. It's like not even no substance. It's just like straight. I don't understand. So it's like, when you go look, when you think about, I don't even want to bring in the tricks with the the Masons and stuff with all the tricks. But that one movie though, where they had like that dude, what's his name? I don't know, some nigga that was trying to be like a native or something, like one of our children, shout out to him. That's my Cancer Moon family. Something. I don't know. I don't want to. Tiano Teves, whatever his name was. The guy with the, he's, dodging bullets and shit. Like, come on, man, stopping bullets and stuff. That's all native stuff, man. They wouldn't have no ideas without, like, destroying the whole, like, native culture and then coming up with a whole bunch of, like, stories as far as that's what happened. Like Star Wars and shit, all the whole bunch of shit. But yeah, man. You go watch that movie. It's just like straight robots and shit. Just coming through, just like drilling through shit. Yeah, just in a whole machine city of just synthetic like clouds and shit. They even rain. It'd just be like electricity and what I mean, electromagnetism and shit and weird like shit that happens when you try to build fake artificial suns. And shit like that, you know what I mean? Don't, y'all playing with the wrong shit. Y'all people are really insane. I don't, who gave y'all this much, who told you to even build a nuclear button? And go do Hiroshimas and shit. Who told y'all to do that? Like that was cool. And then do a whole like second Chernobyl over there with the Fukushima with the earth. Well, that was just an earthquake. I don't think they didn't plan that. But like y'all shouldn't be. Who told y'all to build radiation like acid? Like what is that? You know what I'm saying? Y'all playing with shit. Y'all don't got no like it's like radiation, plasma acid. Some weird shit, bro. Generating cities and stuff, doing weird shit. That's what y'all call a generation. Like y'all been, you know what I'm saying? We've been in the Bible this long for this many generations and King Davids and such. things like that. Been around for X. It was, oh yeah, 100, he was 100 years old. Shit like that. That was just a whole family group, some mafia cats or something. You know what I'm saying? They was able to be in charge because they got rid of the pilgrim, they pilgrim buddies and stuff. Got rid of a certain group of people like me in Florida or some shit. Before it was called Florida, but like Miami and shit like, over there and like, over there like Minnesota, Minnesota, or probably like Minnesota, Minnehoya. Like y'all, they just remix shit. They just remix shit. You bunch of remix concrete devils. I still love you. I guess I gotta love you. Y'all made toilets. It ain't all bad. It wasn't all. It ain't all bad. I guess. I guess it ain't all bad. But somewhere y'all just got too evil. Like somehow, somewhere down the line, people. See, that's the thing. Like they had to out, and this has been my life. Every time a lot of conflicts I've been into, it was a lot of certain situations where it wasn't niggas one-on-one me. Niggas is scared of one-on-one me. Niggas gotta do weird, it'd be like life itself. Be like, you gotta Lucifer demons and shit. Gotta legion up. They gotta gang up and shit. They never just go head on with the native and do it and be a certain free men do. Certain people do. Certain white dudes, white cats did. A lot of the ones that were just straight, arr! Them niggas got, the police niggas with the billy clubs and shit. With the clubs and shit. A lot of motherfuckers was just straight up, just upside your head. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of my experience, though, was motherfuckers trying to gang up on me and shit. Motherfuckers was ganging up on shit. And I'm like, man, what the fuck? And I just wasn't Bruce Lee enough. I wasn't Bruce Lee enough. Too many days of Call of Duty, too many days of Domino's pizza, and then DiGiorno's and shit. Just wasn't more. Should have been doing more days of punching a punching bag or you know what I'm saying. Don't get me wrong. I've been look, I ain't a cheeseburger belly. I don't got cheeseburger gut. Don't get me wrong. I'm still you know what I'm saying. There's a lot of niggas out here that are finished maybe by the end of the year, if not next year, or the next year after that. If they keep going at whatever they're doing, as far as their routine, a lot of people are finished. The bread is killing niggas. Mike's killer bread, the pizza and shit, Domino's and stuff. A lot of people are getting cooked just off of the bread consumption. They doing it to themselves. So y'all Europeans, y'all did a number on society, bro. Y'all didn't maybe tell people hey, try to do things in moderation. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all not adults. You don't got no real good parenting qualities. And it seems like all y'all business practices lead to just wanting to make some money, and you disregard your customer. You know what I'm saying? Whoever you want to claim to be a consumer and shit like that. It's y'all just disregard y'all alleged community and y'all alleged people and stuff. See, this is the shit y'all be you know what I mean? Shit I be having to deal with stuff. This is the shit I be having to deal with. You know what I mean? Out here and stuff. And it's y'all just created a cesspool of just disaster. And everybody finna just be fighting each other because y'all pretended to be a fake god. I pretended to be a fake god, and you promised a bunch of immigrants hey, come over here, we got a check for you. We got a good old American dream. And shit like that. Look what they just brought over here, just as a distraction. And just distractions and shit. I'm finna take some of that. They got some. I'm finna see what's up in here, possibly, since they didn't want it. That's how I be getting shit. Sometimes I be getting shit like that. Y'all don't want that shit? Hey, I'm finna pick it up if y'all just gonna leave it there. You know what I mean? Maybe I don't want it, and I'll probably just leave it there. It's probably what is that, butane cans? People be asking me for butane and stuff. Hey, somebody finna come up and Look, she coming back for you. Yeah, you know you want your stuff. I'm not trying to laugh at y'all, but this is my way of not being negative. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's crazy, bro. Shit is not that serious. Yeah, shit to me is not that serious, bro. I didn't have my moments though. I just had a moment earlier. You know what I'm saying? But see, he's like, I have moments in areas where it's like, it's not gonna be really like, I didn't have my days. I didn't have my days. I get it. You know what I mean? I get it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what are you doing, government? You know what I mean? You just like be on in my chat, be in other people's chat. Why y'all ain't out here helping people? You know what I'm saying? Why is the government more invested with being on my YouTube live right now than maybe trying to help a guy in a wheelchair and the lady that's out here in a similar position as me? You know what I'm saying? Where none of us got some, like, what the fuck do I got? I ain't got shit. You know what I mean? I can't make, the government ain't go like, what y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna let me make some stuff? With what? With all what materials? You know what I mean? They got some fake ass national, environmental, like all this environmental, like little departments and shit, little agencies and shit I be seeing for the state and shit, for the city and shit, for the government. But I'm like, what are y'all even doing out here? There's like trash everywhere. You know what I mean? I don't see them cleaning up no trash. You know what I mean? None of these environment people driving around and shit, or water department cats or nothing. You know what I mean? I just seen some random ass niggas out here, bucket heads, doing some surveying and shit with the camera, with the little poles and tripods and shit. I'm like, what the fuck y'all even surveying, dude? What else is y'all trying to discover? Y'all did all the discovery. So I was looking at them niggas get paid. That's just like busy distraction work for a migrant motherfucker. You know what I mean? Just for giving motherfucker, and then they probably still questioning that because they're like, man, this is like, you know what I mean? They out there in a hot ass heat and stuff. They probably got to deal with Jehovah watching their ass. Y'all niggas playing around with the wrong spirits, man. Y'all playing around with the wrong side of the atmosphere and shit. That's all I'm gonna say though. There's a lot of foreigners over here and stuff. They probably need to start speaking up at least. At least start speaking up. No, let me say this real quick on that point about the environment shit. Like the river's dried up out here. It's a dry ass river and shit. It's like sand and people be sleeping out there. I just slept out there one night. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's like, what the fuck, man? It's like, what environment? I'm saying they pretty much like, it's not totally destroyed, but it's like they definitely threw the balance off. And whatever was actually here or real is like been gone, and they used that to like build everything. Which what did y'all build? But y'all just destroyed shit and then remixed it, and it just looks different, but it's the same culture though. But y'all destroyed it and weakened it and crippled it. Now we got niggas in the hood that want to crip walk, and you know what I mean, be crips and stuff. That's the just U.S. cavalry and the blues, the blue collar, man. And you got the bloods and shit. That's just the red man. Come on now, blue pill, red pill. Let's stop with the games. Let's stop with the pills. Let's stop with the grape and pillage. Okay, you know what I mean? Y'all just put anytime. If I try to look, I'm scared to death right now because it's like life keeps trying to throw this in my face, like be a Scarface type of character. And I'm not trying to sell drugs. I'm not trying to do that. I don't think that long term that benefits me or anybody else. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna get me in jail at some point, because here's the thing. If they ain't in control of it, or you ain't like informing with them or snitching with them or working for them, they don't, you know what I'm saying? They just like super cutthroat. They don't even want you at the table, at the round table or nothing. You know what I'm saying? They don't even like want you at the table. Like they ain't like breaking no bread, and they gonna try to throw you in a cage and slow you down. That's all. Okay, that's all jail is. Just like on a Monopoly board, like that little square, little magic square. Like, because I'm not gonna be convinced. I'm not convinced about nothing. You ain't convincing me of shit. You know what I mean? Y'all are like, y'all did anything y'all trying to like criminalize somebody for, y'all had to do it first. As far, and all the way to murder and genocide and like, you know what I'm saying? Killing people, bro. That you were once cool with at that. That's crazy. That's even crazy. Like y'all was like cool. You was cool with the natives at one point, and at some point, motherfuckers just got too comfortable, too greedy, and then they started like coming over here in more and more packs. And the natives was like, nah, we ain't like, y'all ain't finna just be taking advantage of the land and shit. You know what I mean? Because it's God first, then the family, then the land. You know what I mean? Now some of y'all could be family and shit. You could get familiar with the ways. But those just motherfuckers just here for the land. And they're like, fuck you, dude. I just want the gold. Yeah, man. They just want the gold teeth, you know what I mean? Or they want to get the diamonds, and this is shit that we make. You know what I mean? I turn niggas I make shit into gold and shit. The fuck? Like, so that's what they've been doing. They've been trying to like study the native. Like, this is just some weird shit, bro. This is like the weirdest game of like weirdness. And y'all niggas know y'all weird, like, cause y'all made all this corn on the internet. Anybody could just watch. And all this weird shit, like all the bestiality, you know what I'm saying? People they're like dark web. Why we even got why is that even a thing? A dark web. And then why are you calling it dark? Like, people are gonna think like it's supposed to be hidden or something, but it just means heavy, you know what I'm saying? Or some like real emotional ass shit, or like heavy, like really heaviness. But like a lot of people would think like it's supposed to be like the hidden web. Like that's kind of like the first idea you get when you hear it. Like the dark web, like it's supposed to be like secret, like hidden shit on there, like shit you don't see regular day, like, you know what I'm saying? Dark or something. So this whole like, it just got everybody polarized and confused and like just doing weird shit. But a lot of people just you're not from here. So if you want to go crazy and possibly get yourself hurt and possibly hurt others, because your ass is gonna just be mentally ill the whole time, being in a state, in a position that ain't your original position. So you misaligned by default. Like a lot of people just misaligned. So they look misaligned. That's how I look at it. Like that's how you look. Like you look like you don't fit in. Like you're not in shape. You get it? Like niggas, you're not in shape. Y'all niggas be like, a lot of motherfuckers be fat. They don't do no push-ups. They don't do no sit-ups. Damn for don't do no tree-ups. I'm like one of the first motherfuckers you ever gonna see do. I started that wave. So you see anybody going forward doing tree-ups. Let's see, I'm over here talking about it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm not gonna say, I ain't gonna say there was spirits that wasn't here before me doing that, but I'm just saying, like, I ain't seen nobody doing no. I'd be out here on the, you know what I'm saying? I move around and I see a cool, or at the park or something, I go hit me a trip. It's like reclaim. So they want to talk about the reclamation of water. Y'all niggas ain't reclaimed nothing but recreated disaster. Like that's what y'all niggas did. Y'all created disaster. Now everybody's in distress, and there's more people here gonna be fighting over one tree and all the resources that y'all trying to claim and shit. And then now y'all, and a lot, I bet, I'm already seeing it. It's gonna be motherfuckers. They already got all kind of movies and shit. Like they just hoard. Like they got enough for themselves, and they just gonna hoard all the goodies, all the good stuff, and then everybody out here get like hot dogs and weird shit, like weird fucking whatever, some weird ass protein bars and shit. Just like weird shit. Soy bars and just like weird shit. Yeah, like soy meats and like you niggas is weird, dude. I can't believe I ever like y'all niggas is weird, bro. Tofu and shit. I can't believe I ever ate tofu, bro. Now I'm sure there's a certain like practice to things. Like if you do like, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure there's like a certain practice to things. Not all like certain reasonings and shit. It's not just like. But a lot of it, they don't even it be a whole bunch of meaningless shit. They trying to copy from a culture that they got rid of, or other cultures and shit. Not just the natives, but all, the Africans, you know what I'm saying? Even the Asian man, you know what I mean? Bruce Lee, man. Goddamn Jet Li, man. Like whatever, you know what I'm saying? The Jackie Chan, man. You know what I mean? Jackie Chan kind of more updated. He ain't so Bruce Lee, you know what I mean? Bruce Lee was whooping everybody's ass. You couldn't tell Bruce Lee nothing, or even try to go at Bruce Lee, because he just like fight 20 of y'all and make all y'all look stupid for trying to run up on him. So that's a whole. I ain't gonna talk. I don't want to talk. RP Mr. Lee, RP Bruce, but or resting. Rest in holiness. They just trying to take his piece and stuff. But yeah, that's it, man. A bunch of foreigners and shit. They've been and there's people coming over here that don't really know why they here. They just came here for a bag, or for you know what I'm saying. Maybe get a certain perk or benefit, like so a lot of them maybe here for school, or just certain jobs and shit. They want to. A lot of they places. See, this is the crazy part. A lot of these places like already got taken over by like the white man, like decades ago, and a lot of their resources got claimed and shit and conquered. So a lot of them are probably coming here. You know what I'm saying? They probably got told some different shit, like, look, you go over there, and there's plenty of stuff over there in America. Everybody got enough. You know what I'm saying? And they get here, and then they probably experience the same shit that they was experiencing over there, just over here in America, with like better weather and stuff. Like that's probably it. Like, which y'all niggas don't even know how to do. You know what I'm saying? You could make money and stuff and play a fake god all you want, but you will never be a part of. You'll never know how to like really make an environment or an atmosphere. At least that's what we all doing right now. So they kind of doing it. Like they did some synthetic one. And I mean, that's pretty much it. And they had to copy and stuff. So they had to copy and like create jail cells. You know what I'm saying? Magic squares and a whole bunch of manipulation tactics. And like I said, immigration, which is nothing more than just I'm me, that they trying to like degrade, you know what I mean? Or they take that great, like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I was a piece of cheese or something, trying to grate me